Now, to a scandal that will destabilise the free world and inflame hatreds here. And where's our Prime Minister? Sitting on the fence again. The International Criminal Court overnight put a bomb under Israel. Its chief prosecutor, a British Muslim, said he wanted to charge Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defence Minister Benny Gantz with war crimes in Gaza.
The crimes include starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, serious injury to body or health or cruel treatment, willful killing or murder, and intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population, as well as crimes against humanity of extermination and or murder.
Now, the prosecutor even rubbed in this smear by saying at the same time he would charge, just to be fair, the top 3 leaders of Hamas for war crimes, including massacres and rapes and all the, the October 7 stuff, and making it seem like the leaders of an Islamist terror group are like the leaders of democratic Israel. Netanyahu was furious.
The outrageous decision by the ICC prosecutor, Karim Khan, to seek arrest warrants against the democratically elected leaders of Israel is a moral outrage of historic proportions. Mr. Khan creates a twisted and false moral equivalence between the leaders of Israel and the henchmen of Hamas. This is like creating a moral equivalence after September 11th between President Bush and Osama bin Laden, or during World War II between FDR and Hitler. What a travesty of justice, what a disgrace.
Now, around the West, other leaders in Britain, Germany, Italy, etc., they've joined Netanyahu in damning the International Criminal Court here. So did US President Joe Biden.
Let me be clear. Contrary to allegations against Israel made by the International Court of Justice, what's happening is not genocide. We reject that.
But not our Anthony Albanese. Our Prime Minister once again tried to keep sweet with Muslim voters and the hard left.
US President Joe Biden says seeking the arrest warrants of Israeli leaders is outrageous. Do you agree?
Well, I don't comment on court processes in Australia, let alone court processes globally, which Australia is not a party.
Do you agree with Joe Biden's comments? And is it?
I just answered the same question.
Oh no, your Prime Minister can't possibly comment on international court cases. Yet a couple of minutes later, this same bloke had no trouble commenting on another international court case in London, one involving WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, held for years in a British jail.
Which is enough is enough. There's nothing to be served by the ongoing incarceration of Mr. Assange.
What a hypocrite he is. Can't even remember what he just said 2 minutes before. Opposition leader Peter Dutton called him out.
The Prime Minister squibbed it today when he was asked about this issue. And the Prime Minister had the opportunity at the ICC, where Australia was consulted in relation to this matter. They didn't weigh in and say that they were against this measure. Instead, they sat on the sideline and had nothing to say about it at all. Now,
this decision by the International Criminal Court Chief Prosecutor has still got to be approved by a panel of 3 judges. But it has already been backed by an advisory panel of 6 legal experts, including Amal Clooney, the celebrity wife of actor George. But I am stunned that they could so easily believe Hamas propaganda. Now, the main charge is that Netanyahu and Benny Gantz deliberately starved the people of Gaza to death. But Israel has in fact been sending hundreds of trucks a day of aid into Gaza, enemy territory, for months. This is one of the 402 trucks sent in just yesterday. And this is a market in central Gaza last Thursday, according to the Israeli organisation that's sending in the aid. But look not at the food so much as the people. Do they actually seem starved to you like walking skeletons because of Israel's war crimes? You know, it's weird. You've got Hamas sending out picture after picture of Palestinian children hurt by bombs. Why have there been so very few of people actually starved? Now, the few I've seen have been of children, particularly of children who we're actually told had other severe illnesses that might explain it, or seem physically handicapped, that might too. And in the photos, the parents I see holding these children, or next to them, particularly the mothers, they seemed quite plump. In fact, even Palestinian TV in the West Bank, says the Hamas terrorists in Gaza are actually stealing food aid from Israel. And this became obvious when an Israeli bomb knocked down a wall of a Hamas warehouse.
اتضح بعد قصف الاحتلال لمخازن تسيطر عليها حماس تراكم أطنان من المواد الغذائية والمساعدات المتنوعة والتي كانت تحتكرها حركة حماس في الوقت الذي تعاني فيه غزة من المجاعة.
المساعدات ما بيجوا للأمة ولا بيجي للشعب كله.
حج كتير بيوصل اللي بيوصل إشي قليل وبيتوزع هيك بيحكوا.
كله للبيوت إلهم. خليهم ياخذون ولا يدخلون ولا يعملوا اللي بدهم إياه حماس.
That is Palestinian television saying that, not Israeli.